I screwed up on gay pride last year. My little nephew, he's 9 years old, and he said, I wanna, see this pride thing. And so I took him to the zoo and threw him over the wall into the lion enclosure. And God, my sister is not happy.
Tough love.
I said, that's a pride kid. And that kid was shredded. Just shredded. We got him out, but just shredded.
At what cost, right?
So much blood, like every color of the rainbow on him. Like guts. And so when we pulled him out, he actually looked like it was gay pride. All the colors, guts and snot and pink and flesh, and he was all the colors of the rainbow.
You're riding down the Harland Highway.
All right, hold tight on the Harland Highway Show.
Harland Williams.
So this is we do about 4 hours.
Yeah, minimum.
4-hour podcast.
Oh, I'm familiar with podcasting.
You're okay to do
You want to stretch your legs?
Well, sometimes this will bleed into 5 hours. So if you're okay doing a 5-hour potty.
I usually like to take a little break. If we're doing 5, I like to get to the 10 home stretch.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna want to put your stamp on the podcast.
Yeah.
What's the longest you've done?
We did. I did one with Bobby Lee. 23 hours.
Couldn't make it the full day.
We took it. We technically did 24. We did a 45-minute nap and lunch.
Yeah, you got to do nap.
We just had. Have you ever seen those little snack packs? You open them, and there's crackers, cheese, and meat.
Yep.
They're called Lunchables, I think.
Yes, sir.
So me and Bobby had one of those each, and then
if you're gonna take the nap, you do want to do it on the same bed so you don't lose your synergy that you've created.
Yeah, no, we spooned. Mm-hmm. You don't want to lose what you started. Get rid of my phone. Get all rigged up. I'm gonna crack a Frosty. You got something to drink?
Well, if I crack a Frosty, then I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom real quick.
Whoa, dude. Mr. Fezziwig.
Doing damage already.
By the way, I'm just looking at you and I'm thinking, I said this just off the cuff. Is Mr. Fezziwig one of your favorite Charles Dickens characters, or am I not reading this right?
No, I can see why you would have heard that, because I message. There's a lot of times that I'll reference Fezziwig.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just my go-to reference.
So I'm not off.
It's a Fezziwig, yeah.
I'm not off with this.
No, I talk about Fezziwig. That's my top 3 for sure.
Your top 3.
When I'm doing writing, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just brainstorm off the word Fezziwig. Even it's a big part of my creative process. But
yeah, you Fezziwig it up and then Fezziwig it down.
Sometimes just try to do an acrostic poem. Get the juices flowing. Frig, I start with that usually.
What the H?
Actually, do you have frig in the vocabulary still?
Frig, no.
Because my mom says guy. She's big
guy.
on that. You're the only person I've heard lately that my mom says that nonstop. What are you doing there, guy?
Guy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it feels
frig.
good.
Oh, frig.
Frig off.
Frig off.
Yeah, frig off, man. And have you ever heard of a thing called a frigate bird? There's a bird called a frigate. It's a marine bird.
Bird gives no shits, huh?
Yeah, and even its call is like frig off, frig off. That's how they named it. Chickadee is chickadee. So this is frig off.
Sure.
And then down in Costa Rica they have the fuck off bird, and it's the cousin to the it's like fuck off,
younger guy.
Fuck off.
The frig off, when it brings its shenanigans around the fuck off, it's time to go home.
See, shenanigans, another word. Only someone in a Fezziwig state of mind would toss that.
Yeah, shenanigans is a big one for the frig off community.
Oh, God. Well, folks, speaking of community, welcome to the podcast community. And my very special guest today is none other... I got a lisp for a second.
Yeah, sometimes you pop in and out.
Like I've never had a
Don't forget where you came from.
Yeah, where I came from. Folks, Ryan Long is here, and holy God, dude. I want to start with, we got to talk about your eyes.
Oh, you like the eyes?
Well,
I brought them for you.
They're penetrating, they're blue. Do you ever get into a scenario where moths fly into your eyes, bugs, night insects, they're just like these burning orbs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do have to wear the mosquito net around your head.
You do?
Well, it depends how you want your day to go. But yeah, I've been known to net them up if I'm going to be out and about with a lot of bugs. Yeah, well, the word starts to get out in the bug community that they got a hub, right?
Yeah.
You know how bugs are. Why am I telling you?
I don't look. Bug me up, bug me down. Buggery's coming to town, or whatever the saying is.
I believe that's it. You nailed it.
But bro, your eyes they're beautiful, crystal blue. They're a bit disarming, a little bit. If I can categorize them, I'm gonna go, and don't take offense, but I'm gonna say palm reader meets Don River Strangler, like a little bit of that.
But you're saying I have the ability to, grab someone's palm, look into their eyes, tell them what I believe to be their life, and have them believe me, let their guard down, and then it's strangle time. Yeah. Then put the isotonas on. It's game day.
God. Like and I hate to, I'm not going to dwell on it, but I appreciate
the eyes haven't come up in a long time. I'll tell you what I do get coming up right and left in the comment section is the lack of eyebrows. I get killed on that.
Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. But see, a guy with beautiful crystal blue
you can't have all the luck.
You don't want them.
You don't want the eyebrows are going to take away from the eyes.
They're going to take away from the eyes. Like you've got those emerging from the shadow, like glowing eyes. You know how there's a movie or an illustration of like a dark alley?
Sure.
And all of a sudden just these eyes fade in like zombie eyes.
Yeah, well, if I take the contacts out,
Oh, so those aren't really blue?
Well, the eyes aren't blue. No, they're actually, well, this is kind of weird, but I actually de-blued them. They're more blue normally.
Come on.
I just put a little bit of a dulling contact on them.
No, you didn't.
Well, I don't want this to be happening every right and left. I'm just trying to get a coffee. The guy's droning on about my eyes.
Yeah. You blued them down?
I blued them down. Just a tad. But obviously not enough is what really happened here.
Wow.
Yeah, you got every now and then you got to tone them down a second,
Yeah, blued down, and they're still like
it's making up for the eyebrows. Yeah.
Do people really comment you don't have eyebrows?
That's the number one comment I get is this guy doesn't have eyebrows.
I never noticed till right now.
I didn't notice either until I started being on the internet.
What causes that loss of eyebrows?
Well, I think it's that the eyebrows are just super light. So they're there. Yeah. They're just super, light colored, which is, I think, a product of being partially ginger. I got a tiny bit of ginger blood,
Yeah, they're definitely there.
I'll give you a fun fact about gingers.
Okay.
So I went to the dentist every single time, always hurts.
Oh, let me guess, you had gingivitis?
Thank you very much. Yeah, you got there before me. No.
Wait, was that your joke?
No.
Okay. The worst thing comedians can do is steal another guy's joke. I was like, ooh, I got the gingivitis. You're like,
closer?
Fucker. Okay, but that wasn't it.
Well, back to the drawing
start
board.
Again. Go.
So every time I go, the freezing doesn't work. Which in America they don't call it freezing, they call it numbing.
Numbing,
which I now know. And freezing is a Canadian term. I've been told.
And numbing, by the way, is just actually living in American society.
That's what happens.
Numb.
It turns you down. Yeah.
Okay.
So I do this forever, and then I talk to a dentist, and I go every time I'm at the thing. It doesn't work, so it just feels like a guy drilling. And he goes, do you have any red hair? And I go, I got some reds in my beard. I got light eyebrows. He goes, yeah, freezing doesn't work on red hair people, apparently.
Come on.
I said this maybe a year and a half ago on my podcast. I got 40 messages from dudes being like, hey, I'm ginger, and I've been saying this for 10 years, and it's never worked on me. So this is apparently a fact that for whatever reason, the Viking blood... just the slight, whatever mutation made you part ginger also makes you not be able to, they can't turn it off,
So freezing doesn't work on redheads.
Sometimes. I'm sure it's not every single time, but I'm sure there's someone right now listening with red hair that's been like, yeah, the freezing has not really worked on me that good.
You gotta figure there's a bunch of Eskimos sitting around in an igloo right now, like Nunda Tunk Hunka Tatunk Tunk and his little buddy Gagung Tunk Munka
the OG.
And they're just like, me wishing me had him red hair.
Oh, of course.
Me freezing in igloo. Me wishing me ginger.
Well, yeah. It doesn't work on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sitting there in the ice bath. You're feeling good still.
Oh, God. Yeah, I guess that ice bath thing that Rogan does wouldn't work.
Well, that's not technically. I think it's a different type of freezing.
Okay, so now I'm the dumb.
Well,
or stupid.
None of us are experts here.
Tart.
As I say this, I don't also know what I'm talking about. But I would assume whatever's going on with these dentist freezing is Something to do with they turn your nerves off, I believe.
Oh, wow.
It should be helpful for a stand-up comedian.
Yeah. Have you ever had your mouth frozen or no?
Yes, it doesn't work.
So you've never experienced the kind of that.
Oh, that part works.
Where you do this and you can't feel it?
Yeah, that works, except for when they put the needles in. I still feel them exactly just as good as if I didn't have any numbing.
But wait, when they put the needle in, you're supposed to feel it.
Yeah, I feel that.
And then they inject the stuff, but then everything goes
when they're
frozen.
when they're drilling.
Oh, when they're drilling.
When they're drilling, I might as well have just walked in straight off the street and the guy just started torturing me.
Oh, you might as well get your teeth done at Home Depot if you can feel the drilling.
So
when I go to a dentist, there's way more drills at Home Depot.
I might as well be doing it at the depot.
Yeah.
You know, cheaper. You grab a couple Mexicans, pop them on there, say, what are we working on today? I go, this back one is right.
By the way, the Mexican laborers that stand out in the parking lot and wait for you to go home and do labor, they also do incredible dental work. People just think they put up siding, do roofing. I had 3 root canals by a guy in a Home Depot park. He goes, "Hey, senor," and I said, he goes, "Yeah," and
No, I've heard about that.
Laughing,
Yeah.
but.
Well, I'm laughing because I'm surprised that we've had the same experience. You know what I mean?
Wow. So
Yeah.
you've had a Mexican day laborer do dental work.
I just
for you?
get 2 because they're so cheap. You're like, you know what? One of you is going to get it right.
Yeah.
Just double down. Why not at that point?
Yeah.
And believe it or not, one thing that a mistake some people make is when they see the day laborers, they will think it's a prostitute on the side of the road, and that'll end you up in a bad situation.
Oh, wait.
The dental work is actually not a myth. That will happen, yeah.
So you're saying some people misinterpret the day laborers in the Home Depot parking lot as working girls?
Yeah, it's been known to happen, yeah.
So
They go, how much? The guy goes $100. They go, that's a good deal, yeah.
Yeah. So he thinks the
For the
day
full day,
laborer.
he thinks he's getting the girlfriend experience from this guy because he says full day, $100. The guy goes, full day. You can't buy a deal like that, you know?
So the day laborer thinks he's going to do some shingling or some drywall, and cut to him bent over a
He's
couch.
doing woodwork one way or the other, yeah. But
Oh, wow.
Yeah, cut to him bent over the couch, being like, when do we get the tools out? The guy goes, my
Yeah.
tools are already out. Yeah.
I was here to do some leaf blowing, not some blowing, senor.
yeah.
When you said blowing, I thought you meant, with the leaf blower.
And
I
then-
didn't think I'd be bent over a couch, senor.
He thought he was getting the senior's discount but really he was getting a senior's discount because the guy was like,
Right.
oh, you're an old guy, I'll give you it cheaper. And the guy's like,
Whoa.
oh, the senior discount. Mexicans do it cheaper, yeah.
You just made me think about this. If a senor, like an old Mexican,
He's a senior.
like a 95-year-old, can he go to a movie and goes, give me the senor discount? And they almost pay him to go to the movie.
Yeah, they go, oh, you're not a senior. He goes, explain this novelty size hat that I'm wearing. Why else would I be wearing a 3-foot, circumference hat to a movie if I wasn't a senior?
You know what's interesting? Now, you're a bit
listening.
younger than me, 1 or 2 years.
Couple years.
We grew up in Canada. Mm-hmm. And
Did you go right downtown Toronto?
North York in the suburbs.
Yeah, Ajax, Ontario.
Ajax, Ontario, which is east of Toronto about 30, 40 miles, right along the same isotherm.
401 tour.
Is it an isotherm? The latitude, is that called an isotherm?
You're going to have to explain to me what an isotherm is.
When you look on a map and there's the latitude and longitude lines, are those called isotherms? I don't want them to hear.
I don't want them to know that we don't know this yet. Probably
you don't know it either?
Come back up. I'd say you pop it off, you Google it, you come back up, and you go, as I was saying, obviously what everyone would know is what an isotherm is.
Isotherm.
Isotarp.
Therm. Amber, can you look up...
Not related to Uma Thurman either, believe it or not.
You are?
No, it's not. The
isotherm.
No, it's not.
Isotherma.
Some people have thought that that's where it came from. It wasn't her.
Umathermatherm.
She had nothing to do with that.
Umatom. Wait.
Yeah.
Can you look up the term isotherm for us, Amber? Please, and report back effective immediately.
Yeah.
How do you talk to people?
You'd be better off with the Mexican day laborers.
Could you look up isotherm and let me know immediately with the leaf blower?
When you pick up a day laborer, do you speak to them in their native tongue like that?
I speak Spanish.
Yeah.
I speak fluent Spanish.
Why do you?
It's easy. Like, I thought it would be hard. Like, I'd have to go to DeVry, but I just thought, let me try it on a whim. And I was at the Home Depot, and it's like, hey, senor, would you like to come and do some drywall? And he understood me perfectly.
His native tongue,
And I was like sort of proud of myself because I didn't think I was great with picking up languages.
Yeah.
But it's almost like if you let your instincts take over, you can learn new languages.
I have that experience in Quebec. I go, a cigarette, a poutine. They go, poutine and cigarette. I go, yeah.
Yeah.
You heard me.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. I want to talk to you about Mando. Yes, Mando 72-hour odor control. I mean, this stuff, you can put it all over your body. You can put it in your pits. You can put it down in the magic area. You can put it across your forehead if you want. This stuff is great. No sulfates, no aluminum, vegan, dye-free, cruelty-free. Just Mando is what you want, and it's great. It's great to prevent you from stinking. And we now have a special offer where brand new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code and link. Just use the code Harland at shopmando.com. That's shopmando.com. And this starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with the solid stick deodorant, the cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash and deodorant wipes. And don't forget, folks, free shipping. Free shipping, everything helps. So let me remind you that luckily I have a discount code to help you get hooked on my favorite smelling whole body deodorant on the market. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. And by the way, that equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code Harland at shopmando.com. That's shopmando.com. Let's go, let's Mando. Hey, Harland here, and you guys ever feel like you need a little boost in the bedroom? You know, you don't want to worry about your performance, you're in the zone, everything's going great, and you want to feel confident, you want to feel ready, you want to be able to rock and roll, and this is why you got to have Hims, okay? Hims helps you stay whenever you're in the mood. The process is 100% online, so there's no need for visiting a doctor's office and having that old uncomfortable talk about your friend downstairs. You can start your free online visit today at hims.com/Harland. That's HIMS.com/Harland for your personalized ED options. hims.com/Harland. Now, the products mentioned are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions do apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. So guys, get at it, have fun, and get Hims for hers, if you know what I mean. Oh, what is it?
Isotherm is a line on a map connecting points having the same temperature at any given time.
Now, can we Google what's a map? I don't want to.
Oh, can we Google Map?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Can we Google Maps? Wait, thank you. I think I was right with isotherm.
Nailed it.
Do we understand? I feel like I still don't understand it, though, even though we got a clear reading.
Yeah, we got a pretty clear reading.
I have no idea, really.
I'm still hung up on this map business.
I'm still stupid as I was about 30 seconds ago. Like,
that'll
really
happen,
dumb.
yeah.
Really dumb. Like, really royally tarred.
Again, that's where the accent comes in handy. Because they
Yeah.
go, this guy's just foreign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go, doesn't know what an isotope is? You go, Senor, I am only,
Isotherm.
Well, again, senor. That's if you put the accent on that. It's just respectful.
What if I asked you in Mexican?
When you're in Germany, you put the German accent on. It's just respectful.
What if I asked you in Mexican? Maybe you'd understand it. Senor, do you know what an isotherm is?
Now I do. Yeah, that did actually help.
What is it, senor?
So, are you familiar with what a map is? I've heard that some people aren't.
Sure. Yeah, map. Yeah.
Yeah. So once we get past that, there is lines on a map. And those are both called isotherms.
I thought it was isotherms.
I know that a lot of people think it's the Uma Thurman connection. It has been made before, but different maps. And if you go, North York is a little closer to Toronto on the isotherm than Ajax, Ontario, Canada, on the border of Pickering. Fun fact, Pickering, Ontario, I went to Pickering High School in Pickering Village, which is in Ajax.
I went to Pickering College in Newmarket. A boarding school run by Quakers.
Newmarket, man. Quakers, that's the religious?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had those.
Yeah.
They got a whole school out there?
A whole school of them.
And they got you in there.
They got me in there and cream of wheat. Delicious.
Interesting. It was just you and a bunch of Quakes? I mean, that's the derogatory. They don't like to be called that. Yeah.
Especially the ones that
I don't like to do the ER, though, as well.
The Quakes that have Parkinson's really don't like when you call them that either.
That's just God playing tricks on them.
Yeah.
After all they've done for him.
Yeah. But I went to a place called Pickering College, and you went to Pickering
High School.
Dude,
Look at us.
Give me a Pickering potato.
Hell yeah, right?
Wow.
I
didn't think we'd bond this fast, but wow.
I'll tell you something that I was just thinking you'd find this funny, but I'm sure you've toured all over, probably, you went to Europe.
Everywhere.
Okay, so.
I was in Ireland once.
Did you ever have that happen when you went to, if you ever try to go to like Singapore or those places, you have to get your jokes approved by the Department of Humor?
Oh yeah, when I went to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
They said, be careful, don't say this, don't say that. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then I went out.
Doing your blowjob act.
Yeah, and some guy's name was Muhammad. And I do a lot of crowd work, and I go, oh, Muhammad, oh, everybody. And afterwards, I go, don't ever make fun of Muhammad. Well, it wasn't Mexican, but don't ever make fun of Muhammad.
Yeah.
Mulholland Drive. Muhammad. Like, that's a sacred name in the Arabic world. I didn't know. I just thought it was a beautiful name.
Well, it's not that sacred because every second one of them has it.
Right, but it's based after, I guess, Muhammad is a representation of a god or the god or a prophet. Or I'm naive.
A lot of
I don't
Muhammads
even know what
over there,
isotherms are.
Most common name in the world.
Is Muhammad?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you're in a relationship, it's kind of funny because you're not even the top Muhammad in your own house. Imagine, being, she's in the other room worshiping a different guy named Harland. Like how much, what I mean? And then her dad's name Harland. You're not even the top 3, to be honest, in this woman's life.
It's not Larry?
Larry's in the mix, but he's like, obviously like a henchman or whatever.
Because now that you mention it, when I was in Saudi Arabia, not one guy named Larry. Huh.
Bit of a Larry drought over there. Yeah. A lot of Muhammads, a lot of Ahmeds. I think number 2 is Ahmed. Because first child's probably Muhammad. Then they're like, well, we used it. And they're like, well, we could probably do it again. We could double down.
Ahmed's awkward to me. Mm-hmm. And that's his middle name, by the way. Ahmed Awkward.
Did you? So you had to, when they do it, it's funny to me that the head of the Department of Humor.
Yeah.
You would think would be a fun guy.
Right.
You'd expect him to be a ball.
But you went to Thailand, and what happened?
Well, I was talking about doing some dates, and I looked at, so they have to get approved by the Department of Humor. The number one thing is no gay stuff. No drugs, no gay stuff.
Okay.
And they don't mean like don't make fun of gays. They're like don't mention it exists.
Don't even mention it exists. Wow.
Yeah. But it's a guy. It's just an Asian guy, and he's sitting there, and he's the head of the Department of Humor. You walk into the Department of Humor. You'd expect, a hand buzzer. I'm expecting, he makes the tie into a tongue. I expect a fun guy.
Something funny, silly.
You expect a fun, silly guy.
Sense of humor.
This guy seems like a riot. My buddy's coming out tonight. He's actually the head of the Department of Humor. This guy is going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Only thing he shows up is just like a gangster guy that's like, no gay shit. Why are you talking about, butt sex? Like, no, thank you. Yeah. Turns out he's not fun.
Wow.
But I'm not doing it. So I was like,
Yeah.
wow, there's no gay shit.
Oh, you're not doing the whole tour?
I don't know if you heard me. They said no gay jokes. So yeah, obviously I'm out.
You a big part of your playlist is gay jokes.
90%.
Do you have one we could hear for? Because a lot of people don't know a gay joke.
They've never heard any?
They've never heard any. A lot of people don't even know what gay is.
That's not true, is it?
It is, yeah.
Wow.
So if you wouldn't mind, if you could dippy doodle and drop us a gay joke, just for reference for the folks, for my viewers.
Well, I'll tell you what, the folks,
yeah.
I'm going to do a little ditty from Special. Check it out.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/Ryan Long Comedy. I saw
go.
2 gay dudes that were Trump supporters with the Trump shirts holding hands. So
Yeah.
ideal situations, build the wall, then put a glory hole in it.
Oh.
So if you want to see the continuation of that, pop on over.
Is that the whole joke?
Mama, it's only a taste. You asked it for a ditty.
Oh, a doodly dee.
You want me to do you're looking for a bit here.
Well, if you have a like a full bit,
We're going in.
Like,
here.
do you have a shorter one or what? You do it. You're the gay guy. You're the comedian. You're
You're a gay guy.
You decide. You shouldn't say that with your mouth full like that.
Yeah,
that sounded really.
Well, it sounded a little.
No,
little
look,
sus.
it was just like kind of like. You're a gay guy.
Well, I donated to the gay pride. I donate to all the parades, right? I donated to the cancer march to help them cure cancer. I donated to the gay pride
You
parade to help them
gays
cure gay.
cancer.
Yeah,
Cure gay.
yeah.
Oh wow.
A lot of people know that is what they're raising money for.
For gays. Mm-hmm. I screwed up on gay pride last year. My little nephew, he's 9 years old.
Showed up fully clothed.
Well, he showed up clothed and he said, I wanna, see this pride thing. And so I took him to the zoo and threw him over the wall into the lion enclosure. And God, my sister
tough
is
love.
not happy.
Tough love.
I said, that's a pride kid. And that kid was shredded. Just shredded. We got him out, but just shredded. So
At
much
what cost,
blood.
right?
So much blood, like every color of the rainbow on him. Like guts. And so when we pulled him out, he actually looked like it was gay pride. Just
He's
covered.
walking funny, obviously.
Walking and just with all the colors, guts and snot and pink and flesh. And he was all the colors of the rainbow.
When I was in Hamilton, Ontario, me and my friends, we were probably 20 at this point.
Wow.
We went to a porno theater. Are you familiar with those?
Not me. But keep going.
So we thought it'd be hilarious, right? This is after a bar, 7 guys. We're like, that's pretty funny. Porno theater. We go in there. You go in. So it's a gay porno theater, turns out. I'm probably 20. 50-year-old man walks in, just starts grabbing our dicks. And we're like, what the? So we get up, push the guy, try to run. And then basically the guy starts walking after us. And then when I was leaving, there's a railing, and I slid down the railing. And as I was sliding down, a nail hit my ass and then ripped my pants.
Whoa.
And then so I left the gay club, the gay porno theater. And then I got blood on my ass. And I was saying it's a Final Destination situation where God was like, no, this is happening one way or the other.
Yeah.
True story. They have... If you think you're going to a porno theater, and I guess this would have been 2015, you're not.
What was the name of the facility?
What's the Pee Wee Herman? It was called the Pee Wee Herman House.
Theater?
Yeah. Pee Wee Herman Theater. But so what happens is it's a front.
Yeah, or a rear.
It's a rear.
Now wait a minute. You were with how many guys?
Oh, the whole squad. The boys
Like
were
how many?
easily 7.
7 of you.
Uh-huh.
You said an old man came in and grabbed each one of you like he was playing
2.
the xylophone.
Yeah, not
Like,
each
what
one.
the hell?
Probably went for 1 or 2 grabs.
Okay, you said he grabbed all of us.
Well, maybe not all of us.
Now somebody's
It's a little bit of a murky story that I haven't thought about
Yeah,
in
if
quite a
you're-
while,
you're
but we used
gonna-
to talk about this a lot because it
You're
was
going to
hilarious.
fabricate a big gay story. You better come in with some big gay
Well,
facts.
this one's got
You
some
better come in-
corroborators.
You better come in with some straight facts on your gay story.
Daryl Hardy, do you know that name?
No thanks, I'm busy.
Yeah. Well, he'd be able to corroborate this. He'd
What
corroborate
is
the
it?
story. I mean, he'd corroborate the gay story. If we don't need to corroborate it, we don't need to corroborate it. But if we
Yeah.
want, we can call him here if you have the technology.
I love corroborator gumbo, by the way. Have you ever had that down in the bayou? Oh. Well, before we go any further,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Harland Highway Podcast. What a treat we have today. Ryan Long is here, comedian, writer, actor, YouTube star. I'd almost say a little bit of an activist in a comedic way.
You think so?
Well, just because I want to touch on it, but wait, let me see what I got on you first here. I got all these notes. Let me see what I got on Ryan Long here. Hold on.
Yeah. Well, that one's true. This one. But you do a lot of provocative, amazing videos. Thank you.
Like I've watched all the gallery ones. Like you're out in the street, you're talking on a lot of like social sort of hot spot topics. Like,
yeah.
Like, what's the latest one going on? Would you say is like through your prism? What's kind of the hot like social topic right now that you're like getting your claws into?
It's a little calmer right now, if I'm being honest.
What is it?
But the election's about to happen and things are going to go crazy again, or they're not. We'll see. To me, things have normaled out a little bit.
Okay.
But to me, probably the funniest one that's recently is the epidemic of people going to the art galleries and throwing soup on them.
Oh yeah.
That to me is the funniest thing.
Why is that funny? Because I think it's funny too, but I want to see how you see it through your prism. Because you have
first of all, they went to
take.
jail. First of all, like they're going to jail, and then every art gallery has to make every art gallery has to have all these like security and making sure that no one has any soup on them.
They have to have like a soup shield.
They do. They have to soup proof the entire museum.
You know what? In the old days, you had a revolution, and it's like people would sneak a rocket launcher into it. Now it's like, Daryl, is the soup ready? Is the cream of mushroom soup ready?
Yeah.
We need to throw it on Van Gogh sunflowers by midnight.
We're changing the world.
Yeah. We're changing the world one cup of bean and bacon soup.
You think this is going to change the world?
Yeah.
We get some spice in here.
Yeah.
This is nothing. This bland soup's not going to change the world. Yeah, it's got to be done right if we're going to make a dent like that. That's their big one. I actually did a joke where I said vegans might be the most hated activist group, and everyone corrected me. They're like, no, I just released it recently, so this is new. But all the people corrected me being like, the most hated activist group right now is probably the ones that block off traffic. Which I could see just being like a construction worker on your way home from work, just getting blocked off. And these guys are going to get and they're sitting down. They won't move. And a lot of them are girls, right? So you can't even get physical with them.
Yeah. What about the people, let's say their wives in labor?
Yeah, there might be some real
vegetarians. They're blocking a road because they don't want people to eat, a hamburger. And some guy's baby's dying in the minivan.
Well, you know who's even better than that? The French ones, the French activists. Their whole thing is they show their tits a lot, right?
Okay, well, that seems like a good protest.
Good protest. Probably bad strategy. Has any girl ever said, hey, Harland, like, you got to stop littering or you're going to see some tits? You go, oh, it looks like I littered again, I said, you got to have dicks at the rally. If you want, like, this is where they screw up because at the rally... All the French protests, they're all out there and they got their tits out and they're like, stop polluting, here's our tits,
Yeah.
What they need at the rally, every day, 50,000 dudes, helicopter and dicks, fatter the better. Then every French guy would be like, you guys win, like, we'll stop polluting, whatever, I'll take the bus, whatever you need. Yeah. That, to me, is the solution to that equation. Tits aren't going to make me stop doing something.
Yeah, they're going to feed me. But then again, you got to remember.
They're going to feed you.
A lot of time, these protesters are not necessarily the Victoria's Secret models.
That's true.
A lot of times those boobs come out.
The French ones aren't that bad. They just have armpit hair. They're sevens with armpit hair.
Hey, everybody. Check out my merchandise at harbling.com. Yeah, most people just slap some letters or images on a t-shirt or a hoodie. But not me. Yours truly. Guess what? I draw my own designs. At harbling.com, you can see tons of my hand-drawn t-shirts. You can either buy the original or you can buy a print. And man, oh man, wear them loud and proud. I love making these designs for you guys and keeping it personal. So check out the whole catalog. We got hoodies, we got coffee mugs, we got t-shirts, you name it, it's there at harbling.com. Get your Harland original design, wearable art at harbling.com today. And thank you for your support, and I'll just keep the groovy images coming.
That being said, unless you're you got to be pretty gross. If you show me a straight up like 6 midday and you're like, want to see the tits? You go, I'll check them out. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to, if they're coming out, I'll peep.
Yeah.
So you got to be pretty gross to deter with tits. Dude's tits, potentially.
I don't know. I've seen some of those.
See, this wouldn't be allowed in Singapore. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we couldn't talk about this.
Department of Humor would be on your ass right now.
But sometimes you'll see a nipple so hairy it looks like someone ran over Tom Selleck with a steamroller. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's like Ring Around the Rosie.
Yeah. And then they got a dick.
The girls.
Well, the hairy girls, yeah.
Some
And
of
then
the girls
before
have
you
a
know
dick,
it, you're saying, wait a second.
Do you remember there was, I think it was 2 years ago, some activists sat across the road going to Burning Man.
What were they trying to stop?
And Burning Man is on Indian land. So the Indians from the reserve, they just came in with their trucks. They rammed them.
no rules on the reserves.
They moved everything. They pulled the guns. They were like, get off. And these people they cleaned it up in 3 seconds. And it was like, no bullshit. Like, you're not doing that here.
So the native people have it under control.
Yeah, it's their land. They're like, you're not doing this here.
Yeah, this
we
ain't
don't care
happening.
about your cause. Mm-hmm. We got enough causes of our own.
We have enough, yeah.
We don't need your, like, save
hamburgers.
the narwhals or, no silkworm grease or whatever they do.
That's a fun video to watch. I'd like to see that one.
Well, you got to see it. Mm-hmm. It's a goodie. Have you ever been in trouble? Because you do these skits out in public. Uh-huh. You interact with people. I wouldn't say punk them, but you get these issues.
Well, I'll tell you, let me ask you a question because I don't know if you realize
Finally.
this. Well, you tell me your opinion on this.
Well, is it a question or an opinion?
It's going to be a big mix of both. All of the best people at street stuff come from Britain or Canada. So if you look at it, the Sacha Baron Cohen, Tom Green, Nathan Fielder's really good. If you look at all the biggest ones, they were all originally British or Canadian. And I have a theory as to why. But
You have a theory?
well, tell me if you notice that. You're friends with Tom Green, right? He's one of the goats.
Yeah, but then the Jackass guys kind of took over his vibe.
That's America.
And you got to admit, they're good at it.
Great at it.
Yeah.
It's different. I mean, a good way to explain it is America turns it into pranks and simplifies it, right? So Tom Green was doing, a lot of like weird esoteric stuff. Jackass is very, I'm this, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So America very simplifies it, right? Which I think the best people at you're a guy that's really good at this, probably maybe better than anyone, that you would be amazing at this. You're able to like remove yourself from a comedy bit that you're doing. And I feel that Americans are less able to remove themselves.
How do you mean?
So you can...
Maybe I don't even know what I do. This is news to me. What do you mean?
I don't want to you're right. I'm deconstructing you to you, but...
Yeah, how dare you? I don't even know what that means, but I love it.
Well, you could do an opinion on stage.
Yeah.
And you're going really hard on an opinion. And the audience isn't sure whether you think that or not.
Oh, I see.
The real thing that you think is they don't know.
Yeah.
And they can't figure it out.
I call that a double Dutchy cinnamon twirl. And it just flinder pops. What I do is I flinder pop, I surrender pal, I double drip nip, I fumble grip, wally gank, pollywog, stiffledy dunk, and fumble block.
Yeah, they're sitting here with birds going around their head.
They don't know that. They don't understand that.
They don't know whether
I do.
They don't know whether you like black girls or don't like black girls. They know that you've been talking about it.
What's a black girl?
Yeah, they don't even know if you know potentially what one is.
To me, a black girl is a white girl, is an Eskimo girl, is to the Pi is an Asian girl, is to the Tahitian girl, is to the Fijian girl.
Well, to me, that's the quality that
Fimbledy dump, scrabbledy dump, dimble hump to hiveldy dump. My big social thing now that's bugging the hell out of me, and I got to hear what you think about this.
I'm listening.
They're saying that the men can have the periods.
Yeah.
And this has been driving me nuts up until about 7 months ago. I get my first period. I didn't think for a second men could get periods. It's like, this is all political talk. This is all social activist talk. Men can have, they're putting tampon machines in men. But I'm like, what a bunch of malarkey.
And
then here I am, I'm on a plane to Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, to do a gig, and I start spotting. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting there in, I think it was a window seat, F3.
Were there signs before, people being like, you're cranky today?
I was cramping. I was sort of bent over. I thought it was like a bad night at Taco Bell, but I'm having these deep intestinal, like sort of right in the pelvic area, sort of buckled over at times, a little moody. And since I've had some really moody days where I murdered a family in a minivan, and now I got
It's that time of month. Yeah, it's hard to hold you accountable. That,
Right.
in a court of law, even, any jury's going to see that.
And so now I got to lawyer up because I got menstrual cramps. And so now I'm dealing with, a big lawsuit that I murdered a minivan with a family in it. And I think we're going to...
Tattletales, really.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those court cases where, you get off.
It's going to get politicized. It's going to get politicized,
It's going to get politicized.
Yeah.
And
people are going to take their sides. Like, you just want to get this resolved, and it's going to become a national politics story.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to get off. It's like the defendant, they were crazy. Well, I was cramping. Why wouldn't I murder a minivan with a family?
Yeah, have you ever... I mean, you're going to have no choice but to bring the other people on the stage, strap them up to the period belt, have them get electrocuted, be like, this is what I was going through.
Right.
I mean, really, you're kind of left with no options because it's not widely known that can happen. However, now that, I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm glad that that's getting resolved. But once it does get resolved, are you happy that you now have the perfect excuse to get out of every event?
It is a little handy. And especially when you're in a situation with your girlfriend, you now have an
I'm on my period. Yeah. Guess who? So am I.
Honey, how come we haven't been out to dinner lately? Shut up! I'm raking the leaves, or what? The anger. But what's really tough for me is because we're men, and these tampons. I mean, I don't know if you've had a period yet, but when I insert them, it is like passing a kidney stone in reverse. And what I have to do is, do you remember when you're a kid? Like, to pull these things out is torturous.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, you remember you had to tie a thing around your tooth with a string and slam the door?
You got to...
Dude, if you wouldn't mind, just... If you wouldn't mind, this thing's been in me for about a week and a half. If you would just give it on three, please. Just
1,
2, 3.
So.
Oh my God.
Okay. So.
Wow. Holy smokes. That.
And.
Thank you so much.
Not a lot of blood, which is good.
Yeah. Well, that's the second one. That's the cleanup one. But by God, they just sting. It's just.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. If I wasn't here, what would you do?
I would have tied it to the doorknob.
Well, that's what I mean. You'd be jerry rigging all these.
I mean, my neighbor has a pickup truck, and sometimes he'll let me tie this to the back bumper.
Well, you don't want your menstrual cycles to be tied to your neighbor's schedule. That gets complicated.
You're right. And
He's
I don't
busy.
like them knowing my business.
Yeah. On
But
top of that, it's a bit of
sometimes
personal situation.
these don't come out easy.
No, but now that people know, listen, I would love to be in a situation where I could call my friends and be like, love to come to the baby shower, my dick's gushing blood, and have no questions asked. Yeah. Or the rectum in your case, yeah. Do you put that in the pee hole, or is that the...
This goes right up the pee hole.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's no fun.
If men are going to have periods, can we please
make
get
them, yes,
something that fits up there? Because these are killing me. The only upside is you can use them as candles.
Afterwards, you double your... So it's from a financial perspective, that helps. But that doesn't really... it's not really solving the pain situation.
Yeah, it doesn't. But at least you can repurpose them. If there's a power outage, you got, candles. If you're an altar boy,
Now, do you pee around it? Is that how it happens? Just sort of...
That's the thing. It just gets messy. You have to pee around it.
And the technology's new, too. People don't really know about this the way that they know about female periods. Yeah.
But they're putting these in, just so you know, ladies, this is the plight of us men. Hello. They're putting these in men's bathrooms. Hello. They're putting these in men's bathrooms, and this is what we're dealing with as men now that we have periods.
Yeah.
God forbid I have a kid. Apparently now men can have kids. Have you heard this one?
I'm hoping that one doesn't come out of the dick hole.
Me neither. Who wants stretch marks on their mushroom cap?
Yeah. You might want to stretch it out a little, but I mean, not like
you don't
that.
Want
not
the marks.
like that.
You don't want the marks. You don't,
not like
you don't
that.
want a mushroom cap that looks like a zebra fish.
No.
Or
Not like that. Again, there's pluses and minuses. Once it becomes a little more mainstream, the excuses, I go back to this, but it is a very positive thing. However, the pain that you're going through, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. On a plane, nonetheless.
Yeah.
As if a plane's not a bad enough experience as is. You're back there in coach, I would assume.
Yeah, coach. Yeah, when you're spotting, you want to sit in coach. And the thing is, the irony is, a plane almost feels like a tampon tube.
No one believes you.
Yeah.
You go, listen, we can do this the easy way, or you can clean the blood off the seat. I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah. Thank you. I love the way we're bonding.
Yeah, I agree.
Ask me my name.
Could I get your name, sir?
Bond. James bonding with you. Mm-hmm. Now let me see what else I got on you here. Hold on.
Do you want to ask me my name? Or are we just doing
No, hang on.
a one-way street in this friendship?
I gotta see what I have on you here. Let's see.
Well, I was going to do a fat bastard thing, but...
Okay. No, let's do it. Okay, yeah.
No, it's over.
Tell me your name.
That's just, honestly, the moment's passed.
I know, but I'm
unhappy because I eat because I'm unhappy.
Here's the thing. I have slow listeners. I have about 19 viewers. We have Bob Barnacle Blunders down in Dallas. And over here we have Charlene Shrapnel Face in Hamilton.
Hey.
So what's your name?
Tuning in to see the man, the legend, Harland Williams. Very big legend where I'm from, too, by the way. Growing up in comedy, very big deal. So, cool to be friends with you.
I like to do this because I don't have a chin. So whenever I get a chance.
You know they solved that.
They did?
Yeah, it's called you just get a couple extra inches on that beard.
Oh, I should just grow the beard down.
Oh, yeah. You never seen the videos?
Yeah, but I have a waddle.
That's a lot. There'd be like these big dictator guys, right? They got these huge.
Yeah.
They don't even try to make it look like good beard. They get rid of the mustache. They just got a big thing here, and then they shave it off. The guys.
Yeah, I'd need like a Klondike Gold guy beard to hide this waddle.
You just get a couple inches on there,
dude. I went to Marine World. I went to the aquarium, and I don't know what it was. I dove in and swallowed a full salmon. Like it's almost like I couldn't stop myself.
Sure. Happens.
What's your name?
James.
No, you said earlier to ask me your name.
We're past that, though. So I told you the fat bastard bit. It was time sensitive. It's over now.
But they're not.
Oh, you're saying that the people are...
My viewers aren't quick, guy. They're not speedy.
My name is Fat Bastard. I'm unhappy because I eat. I eat because I'm unhappy. Hope the people are happy. Watching at home in Hamilton.
Let me ask
The Hammer.
The Hammer. Oh, man. Sweet.
Don't go to the porno theaters.
Yeah.
Not what you think.
Dude. I want to know, though, because you're doing this stuff out in public. Has there ever been a adverse or violent reaction to you doing a bit and some guy just went,
Actually, I got to get... There's a bunch of them that are online.
Yeah.
I did a cable access show in Canada, and then I did... I had this show on like Bite TV, if you remember them for a minute.
Yeah.
I had a Bite TV show called Ryan Long Is Challenged that was all on the street stuff. I had a show called Crown the Town.
Oh, wow.
And so I used to do that. When I was younger... The stuff was real crazy, like most of our bits were
dangerous.
Not dangerous. I would say more dangerous, maybe like legally, but not dangerous.
Oh, okay.
But a big thing we used to do is we were break dancers, and then we'd go into stores and set up like cardboard and then do a breakdancing show in like the middle of like a Zellers.
Zellers, yeah. Haven't heard that in a long time.
But
wow.
I actually had there was probably one of my, so I had this bit, so the show had been on for like 2 or 3 episodes, and we did this bit called Python pants, and we were selling these pants that had they made your dick look bigger, right?
Wow, I should have done that at the porno theater.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that might have deterred him, but it also might have made him dig in a little harder, right?
Yeah, right.
He might have been licking his lips.
Yeah, you're right.
So we went to this place called Harry Rosen. It was, I don't know if that's
it's a suit store, right?
Yeah, it's like a suit store. And we went to the head office, and I was pretty good. I'm still fairly good at like weaseling. So we went in, we had the camera crew, and we go, oh yeah, Harry knows we're coming. Like he's friends with a friend of the family. I told him I'm coming in for this school project, and then we go, okay, what? And they call him, and everyone's confused. And then before we knew it, we just like walked into the CEO's office, and then we come in with the full camera crew. He's like, well, I go, like you the family we talked about this. You said I could do the project. He was so confused. He kind of just like let me do this Dragon's Den pitch to him, and then basically the bit was I had this briefcase, and then we pulled them out, and it was like essentially selling him on the idea that what's your piece, 5-6 inches, bam, that kind of thing, right? He flips out. The security kicks us out. They're like dragging us out. They eventually got lawyers involved and they got the show canceled immediately. So then we had to be in like some legal dispute for like a month and a half before we kicked out that, we got rid of that, and then we were able to like recut the thing, and then the show started up again like 2 months later. So that was probably our biggest thing that was like screwed our whole deal over.
Yeah. But there was never any like physical like a guy punched you or threatened you physically, like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We used to see when I was doing the crazy stuff though, you talked about like the Jackass guys. We were kind of like guys that were in a band. That was our, when I was like 21, we were all like band kids, and we had like a van, and there was like kind of 12 of us, you know what I mean? So it never got that crazy just because we rolled pretty deep with a lot of people.
Okay, you had like a posse, so.
Yeah, it used to be pretty important to me to have like a camera guy that was like a tough guy.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, because things would get pretty crazy, right? But I used to, when I first moved to New York, this was a gay one. So I was asking people, like gangster dudes, is it gay to eat a hot dog? And this guy flipped out, and then he goes, "What the fuck you say to me?" And he pulled a pencil out and he started putting it up to my neck, and he was like, "What'd you say?" And I go, "Yeah, he had a pencil." And
is he an artist?
Yeah. He goes, if you keep asking me this line of questioning, I'm gonna draw you an autograph. Right? I'm gonna paint you. And then he flips out. He goes, "Stay still." That's your punishment. But yeah, this guy almost stabbed me with a pencil, but I ended up getting out of that. I was okay at weaseling out of situations. Probably my best skill in the game. Yeah. This is a little less necessary now, but at the time when people didn't know as much stuff about cameras, I was like almost like a magician at being able to take the memory card out of the camera, like while looking at you, like grabbing the camera. I used to be able to go and have the memory card and then put it in my sock. I used to be able to do that in like a second. So then they would come, and then I had then they would always like flip out, and then we'd pretend to delete the footage.
Yeah.
And I was like,
smart.
Well, with the guys like eyes on me talking, I was able to like grab it and like put it in your sleeve. Like that was my best skill in this game. Cool. I was really, really good at like 20 years old of doing sleight of hand with these memory cards.
I had this guy. I used to do a little bit of that stuff, but I had a camera guy who he would say he's shutting it off, and he'd bring the camera down, but he just instinctively kind of knew how to hang the camera down by his waist, and so it was still recording. But it was a different angle. But they just think because you took it down and said they would think it's off, but you're still going. But now it's like this weird gorilla angle, but you're still getting material.
Sure, I know. Now it's easier because you just have a guy with a phone anywhere, right?
Yeah.
So you just have a guy on his phone, but he's recording the situation. So now the hidden camera game's very different.
So to do what you do, you got to be a bit of a gambler, right?
I think so. Yeah.
You got to have a bit of a gambler's instinct. You're going into a situation kind of cold and taking a gamble on how it's going to come out.
I think I'm worse. I think there's a while where when you're a kid, you're worse at it, but you're more fearless and you're like crazy because you can just remove yourself. You're kind of like nothing that happens matters. As you kind of get more successful and you get older, you're like, I don't know if I want to be arrested, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you kind of do get a little worse at it, but hopefully you're getting more funny than you are less fearless.
As a gambler, can I challenge you to some gambling?
What gambling are we doing?
It's called...
Challenge you to a gamble.
It's called Raisin Bread Loaf gambling. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty easy, but there's always a winner or a loser.
A lot of preparation goes into this show.
Yeah.
Do you have the prop department bake you raisin bread, or do you just buy that stock?
I buy this. Because this has the most raisins. But basically what we do,
I haven't had raisin bread in a minute. This is a mom throwback. I think... Honest to God, my mom grew up in projects of Toronto. You must have grew up like somewhere around her because she says, "Guy," she likes raisin bread.
Son?
Yeah, she calls me son.
No, you're my son.
Yeah, exactly.
But how this works is this is son-made raisin bread.
Yeah, she met that guy.
She met me down in the Don River.
I knew that my dad was in entertainment of some sort. That's all.
But
you're a little young, I think.
Yeah. But I can wish I had a son like you. This is son-made raisin bread.
I'm your dad, Guy.
Hey, Guy. How you doing, son, Guy?
I'm your dad, Guy. Oh, frig, you're my son.
Frig, you're my son, Guy. So this is sun-made raisin
All right.
bread, or as I like to call it, melanoma-made raisin
You like
bread.
chocolate milk too? Are you a chocolate milk guy?
I love it, guy.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, my guy. So what you do is you just reach in anywhere on the loaf. Mm-hmm. You pull out a slice.
Who has the most raisins?
And the gamble is...
Do we put money on it?
Yeah, do you have money? I'll put a 50 down.
Yeah, I got some money.
I'll put a 50 down.
All right.
That I got more raisins than you.
Okay, give me your 50.
Yeah.
Do you feel around for the raisins? Or are you?
Nope,
So are you going random, or do you have some technique?
You go random. You
I
go
don't want to
in.
be hustled right now.
No.
You know what? Let's switch bags. I don't trust you.
Okay. Switch bags.
No. I'm gonna mix them up.
just to
now
make-
you might have that one. Okay. Shake. You gotta shake up the bag.
Mix
Yeah.
in the loaf.
Shake up the bag.
And then you reach in and you just grab a slice, and whoever has the most raisins wins the lettuce.
Okay. Yeah, when's the lettuce?
All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3,
I'm not feeling
4,
good about my slice.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 raisins, my guy. 16 raisins.
Okay, I may be wrong. I'm gonna let you do a recount, but I feel like I have 17. I might be counting.
All right, you count
Now you
mine.
count,
I'll
yeah.
count yours.
Okay.
Give me yours. Damn.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, yeah, yours looks 1, 2, 3,
10, 11,
12, 13, 14, 15. You have 18.
Yeah, I didn't even count one because I was already up, and I was like, let's leave that one. You were right, though. I am a gambler. That's how it happens.
Another round?
Do you mind signing this? You don't. What you don't realize is I used my sleight of hand to change the raisin bags.
Yeah, you did.
I had my
change
assistant come in. Yeah.
I wanna
You didn't.
change-
There was a lot of hustle bustle.
wanna-
You didn't see what was going on. There's a lot of hustle
You
bustle
are a
going on,
hustler.
right? Yeah, that's
I
what
want to change the raisin bread back and do another round.
the game's the game. You know, you can't be
Guy.
changing the rules after the fact. Yeah.
Well, maybe this will change your
My
mind.
assistant's under the table right now.
Maybe this will change your mind.
Uh-oh.
How about that?
Oh, wow.
How about another
Now you're just
round?
showing off.
How about another round for $7,000?
Hollywood Harland. 7,000. Okay.
Loaf.
You want to go double or nothing? 100?
Yeah.
Now I'm getting hustled.
Loaf.
See, this is the thing about gambling. You got to walk away when you have a win. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not particularly happy about it because I don't have a good feeling about this one. Well, I don't even 100.
Keep talking, Star Blaster.
Okay.
Ready?
Well, is this another 100? What are you doing?
Ready? Okay. I put in 7,000. Ready? And loaf. Oh!
I'm doing it on my own.
I might as well have pulled out a Dalmatian puppy. Look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I have 5 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4,
10, 11, 12. Oh, Daddy's feeling
I'm
good.
feeling I'm at 19.
20.
Okay, let me count again.
I counted 20, my guy. We have a winner. You'll hear it at bingo halls all over the country. We have a winner.
All right, you count mine. Let's do a double check here.
Oh yeah, this one.
There are a lot of small ones. I don't know whether to count them or not. That's why I'll let you.
Oh yeah, I'm only counting 17 on this puppy.
Yeah, you have more.
I think you counted the cinnamon swirl.
The
in
house
middle.
always wins, folks.
Yeah.
The house always
The
wins.
house always wins. Good round, but see, I love your
You leave
gambler.
the pod. Yeah, you definitely leave the podcast empty-handed. Is what happens here.
God,
The Raisin King.
the Raisin King is here. What else do I have on you? Let's see. Do you want to do?
Did you ever do your blood work, Harland?
Yeah.
I did it for the first time in my life, and the doctor said
What?
my stress levels are too high. It gave me all this stuff.
Well, maybe. Hang on. Let me help you with that. 1 second. 1 second, my guy. I don't like hearing you have trouble with your blood work, and so I want to help you with your blood work. And this is from me to you, my guy. If you want to put that on your forehead or
Yeah,
whatever,
that helps.
it's great for the blood. Super absorbent. Wings.
I don't think we're getting on the forehead, but I think we're more of a chest guy.
And for the extra heavy blood days when you're doing blood work, this is for you too.
Yeah. Well, you've had, obviously.
That's for you. This maybe you're
Now, do you find your stress levels higher or lower since you've been using?
lower. It hurts, but my blood work is now, comes out of me. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. So maybe that if you're having trouble with your blood, I think we found the answer.
It's also, I guess, if a girl ever needs one, you can sidle up to her creepy and go, I got you covered.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm having cramps, and you sidle up and you go,
I got you.
psst, shh, don't mention it.
And then you got to
If you want me to help with that, I can pop it in for you. I'm an expert.
Do the gesture when you do that bit. Gesture with that at the camera.
Oh, where's my camera?
Right here. Oh,
you got it on the table. Look at that part of the set.
Like act out the bit.
Well, you come out and you go, hey, I heard you. I'm sitting at the table by the back. No, I'm just by myself. You see the guy, I have a laptop over there. Yeah, I saw. Sorry about this, guys. I heard you. I kind of overheard you mentioning that you're feeling cramps this time of month. Well, just wanted to say that I got something for you. I got you covered. Yeah, I know. No, hey, give me a second. Give me a second. I'm talking to my friends. I could put this. Hey, I'm a legal. I bought a coffee. Sorry about him. Anyways, at this point, they're pulling me out.
And you push it towards the camera.
Push it. No. Oh, no, that's your wife? Why? Well, hey, listen, if you would have potentially had your wife covered, I don't want to be doing this. You think I like overhearing people being like, I got this whole problem, I'm hearing cramps? Push it to the camera. I don't want to be in this position. If you can control your wife's periods and I wouldn't have to, hey, get off of me. So
almost like you're pushing it in her.
You're saying kind of do one of these?
Like a little more. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I see what you're doing. So that's the solution to your problems right there. If you want to walk around bloody, that's fine. But if you don't want, thank you. If you don't want to walk around bloody, there's a bathroom right there. I have my certification. So that's one thing you can always lie and say you've had your certification.
Dang. That's what you call a period piece. Wow. Can we do because we're bonding so well, can we do a raisin bread snowstorm?
What's a raisin bread snowstorm?
You just throw the slices in the air and they drift down like Canadian snow. Mm-hmm. You just toss together.
I love that you have raisin bread, dude. This is so funny.
Can we just throw it up and watch it snow raisin bread?
Yeah, of course. This is,
Please.
I'll tell you what. If I did find out you were my dad, this is the first thing I would ask. I'd go, you missed all those years that I was being banned from throwing raisin bread. You go,
please.
Son. You go, you know what?
Please, can we do a raisin bread snowstorm? Please. Please.
Permission granted.
Please, Ryan, please. On 3?
Yeah. Do you just toss them up in the air?
Well, you got to sing, well, the weather outside is snowing. The raisin bread is blowing. La, 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 la. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Classic.
Wow. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. That's a classic bit, Gets you
great?
kicked out of the orphanage, believe it or not.
Yeah, you don't get it a lot anymore. Mm-hmm. Well, buddy, let's get down to our final segment. I almost don't want it to end. But this is Words from a Wooden Shoe. It's an authentic
Is that
Dutch
a clog?
That's a Dutchy clog.
You know what people call the slur that people call Dutch people?
Oh, no.
Wood booters.
The W word?
They call them the W word. They go, oh, this guy's, you don't want to talk to that guy. He's a bit of a wood booter.
Wow.
That's true. I'm not making that up.
I love it.
Isn't that funny?
I want to meet a Dutch guy and go, hey, what's up, my wood booter?
Yeah. Don't go hard R if you're saying it to them.
Wood booter, please.
Yeah, wood Buddha.
Wood booter, please.
Exactly. Something like that. There's probably a few more you could probably throw in there.
But why would we?
Nailed it.
So what we do is you reach in, pull out a word, and see if there's a story from your journey.
I thought you just meant I thought you were just being cool. Like, what's the word, my friend?
Oh, no. What's the word, my wood booter?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
You mean, what's this word? Well, it's not a word. Fight with neighbor.
Oh, here we go.
I got a couple of neighbor stories. This is not the story, but just in side note, my last neighbor that we just moved away from, I had a fight every day, top of their lungs, screaming, fighting every single day.
What?
We just moved out.
Why?
Nothing you could do. Yeah, guys going through, I mean, I could tell you some of them.
What?
One time the girl went through the guy's phone. They weren't happy. The girl gets too drunk. They're fighting. You never don't see it. But that's not my story. I've actually a pretty good one.
Wow. Okay.
So I used to live in this house with like a bunch of dudes, and we had a neighbor that was like a gangster dude.
Oh,
and this guy was like the real deal. This is in Parkdale in Toronto.
Here we go.
Yeah, he was the real deal.
Real deal.
So he used to, but like he was like our buddy, right? And he would like, we'd sometimes be at a bar and he would come out with us, and then someone get in a fight, he'd beat them. Like this guy was a tough dude,
was a
right?
Tough guy, yeah.
And then one day the cops came and they raided our house looking for him, and we didn't know that, so we're just in the house. The cops come in. They have the guns. When the cops do like a raid on a house, they bust down the door and they've got the guns that have the laser on them. So they wake us up in the middle of the night. And there was girls there, so the girls are like crying at this point. Bring everyone out, and then when they finally got out, they tear up your house, everything. Then they realized it was the neighbor's house, not ours.
Oh shit!
They got, it was just like one of those things where like, what is this? Like after all of this, because you can't say anything, right? You're just like, what is this? And they're like, shut up, yelling and screaming. They're yelling and screaming. Girls are crying. It's like a fiasco. So, and it's winter at this point, Canadian winter. So they bring us out. They handcuff people. And we're wearing T-shirts or whatever at this point, because you put on whatever. They let you put on like a shirt, but not like real clothes.
Mississauga winter,
Mississauga winter. You're standing outside in the thing, and the cops walking around realizing that he went to the wrong house.
Damn. Meanwhile, the guy in the next house
He's
is like
long
down
gone.
at having lobster at the CN Tower or something. Yeah.
He's stealing a lobster.
Yeah. Oh, dude. And then in the dark, you got the laser.
Yeah.
So did you guys like wake up to that?
Woke up to it.
Oh, that's
probably
terrifying.
4 a.m., some shit like that. Yeah. And on top of that, at this point, I think we're probably 23, 24. So you are also like, we probably do like have drugs. You know what I mean?
You do.
On top of that, you're just like, your original thought is like, what do we do? But then on top of that, you're like, even if we're not guilty, like we probably are.
Yeah,
like
you definitely are.
It's not like we have zero of anything.
I still think you're guilty.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they thought. So, and then nothing happens, by the way.
Yeah.
So after that whole fiasco.
Whoops, sorry, go back to sleep.
Whoops, sorry, go back to sleep. And they're like, you can file a claim. There's like a 3-year claim. But at this point, you need to have someone come in and prove that they really just did damage. So it's like, you could hire like, I guess someone to fix it, but you're.
Yeah.
It's like hard to even.
He's like, what's the claim? Well, he woke me up early, Your Honor.
Well, they tore everything limb from limb, right? You're like,
they did?
Yeah, because they
tossed the place.
Tossed the place, right? So everything's everywhere. Mattress is upside down. Drawers on the floor. So I guess the claim would be like they broke something. There's nothing really you could do.
Yeah.
You just take it.
You take it.
You just move on.
It reminds me of that scene in Back to the Future when Michael J. Fox goes in, puts the Walkman headphones on George McFly, has the welder's mask, and is playing Van Halen. And he hits it, and he wakes up, and there's like Michael J. Fox and he thinks it's a space alien. It's like that abrupt waking up and being startled like hell.
It was that, yeah. And obviously the thing that made it like hysterical now is these women were like, what the, who are you? You're this girl you've been dating for a little bit is like, who are you? Like, am I dating a drug lord? Like,
I had one of those abrupt waking up moments. This was really scary because it was with an ex, and we were sleeping, and it was like 3 a.m, dead sleep, fast asleep, quiet. Everything's quiet.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I don't know why. I don't know if God or the devil was channeling through her. All of a sudden, she just sat up. Like right out of The Exorcist, it was like, yes, Dark Master. Like literally said Dark Master, was speaking in tongues, lasted for about a minute, and then just plopped back down. Whoa. And I was just laying there like, what the? Like,
what are we doing here?
Dude, and then she sort of woke up and did something how I said, yeah, Beelzebub, something happened. Like, it freaked the hell out of me.
Of course.
I would have rather had the cops
She didn't remember
come
a
in.
second of it.
Yeah, she was like, I think
You're lying, yeah.
Yeah, she knows that something happened. She didn't realize, like, her tongue was coming out. It was like I don't
You
know.
ever dated a sleepwalker?
No, but after that, I don't want them to walk. Just sitting up was enough for
enough,
me.
yeah.
A sleep sitter upper.
Whew. There was a guy, I think recently, there was some people that sleptwalk, killed someone, and they got off the case because they were able to prove, like, no, they actually did this in their sleep.
I got to sympathize as a guy who's been on his period and murdered a minivan full of people. I'm in a side.
You're not
with him.
always in the right state. You're not always in the exact state of mind. That wasn't Harland.
You can't help it sometimes.
I don't know who that was.
It's that time of month and just.
Yeah, the abrupt wake up's not good. Because you're groggy, right? That's how you get shot.
Yeah.
You want to hear my theory?
I love theories.
The best theory of the best way to weasel out of any conversation. Me and my friends used to call it the groggy tired man. So
Okay.
if you pretend you're groggy and anyone calls you, they're like, "What is this?" You go, "Can you just give me a second?" I'm like a girl, you're with a girl. She goes, "What are we? We've been together forever. Like, are we even together?" You're like, "Honestly, like, it's just I can't do this right now. If we could, yeah."
Did you say something?
You're just like not. It's like I'm down to have this conversation, just can't do it right now.
Yes, Darkmaster.
You start speaking in tongues. Yeah.
Oh, so did you say something?
Yeah. So that's obviously you're taking my groggy tired guy and you're turning it into, I'd say, groggy tired guy 2.0, I guess is what you'd call it. Yeah. Start speaking in tongues is a good way to get out of a conversation. People are like, "Hey, are you free on the 5th?" You go, that's obviously next step.
That's how I like to
If
party.
groggy tired doesn't work, you're going to want to get the tongue in the mix, but
I got to be honest, and I hope you'll be okay with this. That was a little bit too much physical exertion for me. As you know, I'm in the middle of something.
you say,
Do you have that pad I gave you?
Yeah.
Could I?
Yeah.
Oh, God bless you, Angel. I'm just going to put it here in case it, sometimes you never know how high the blood pressure is going to go.
yeah. Well, you took one down. You took the downstairs one out. You're going to want to put the upstairs one on.
Couldn't have done it without you, friend.
Well, I kept it warm for you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Buddy, before we go, please tell the wonderful folks where they can see you, see your comedy tour, see your. You got to check out his YouTube videos. They are nothing short of spectacular.
Thank
and I'm
you.
going to say, I'm not just sugarcoating this. You write these things. They're clever. They're topical. They're acerbic. They're really well done. They're not just running around doing nothing. They're really cleverly worded and written out and acted out, and they're sarcastic and they're funny and they're poignant and they're topical. And you definitely got to check out your videos. So
Thank you, brother. You're
Let
the
them
best.
know where they can see
But
everything.
I just released a new comedy special just
yeah.
a week ago.
Please.
YouTube.com/Ryan Long Comedy. All the stuff's there, the sketches and street interviews. And we do, these, we do a lot of like satire pieces. Like we do a whole bunch. It's all satire stuff. But yeah, the new special, YouTube.com/Ryan Long Comedy. Next week, come to see me in Nashville and Chicago. And then Las Vegas, Minneapolis, Edmonton, I'm going to.
Good.
And a few others, but RyanLongComedy.com. But definitely check out the
You're
special.
going to Edmonton?
My podcast, The Boys Cast. Yeah, I'm doing the comic strip.
It gets cold up there. Here,
I know.
You're going to need the.
I filmed my special in the Laugh Shop in Calgary, by the way.
You're going to need it.
Yeah, of course, yes.
But buddy, the Laugh Stop in Calgary,
When was the last time you've been to Edmonton, Calgary?
probably about 5-6 years ago. Did shows up there.
It's good. It's a good comedy town.
Yeah, it's a great comedy town. I remember I
Sold
did
out on my shows, both of those places.
You did?
Edmonton and Calgary. The people come out in Edmonton and Calgary.
Dude,
It's good.
Go sell out all his shows. Go see him. And I don't want to step on your parade. I just
Where are you going?
put out a special too. If you don't mind me talking about it real quick.
Well, watch that one. Okay, so pause it and watch mine.
Watch his.
Now they're back.
And then I'm just going to piggyback. I put out a special, and not like yours. I put out a special needs. And what I mean is I backed over a kid at a mall and crushed his legs. And I had to buy him a wheelchair as part of the settlement. And I have to go to his house every day and put him out in the garden to see the butterflies. And so every day I put out a special needs.
Yeah, I think your special
Yeah.
situation probably cost about as much as mine. I
Yeah.
mean, They're not cheap.
but they're fun.
Anything
they're
involving
rewarding.
specials, it's,
They're
you know,
very rewarding.
they're
Yeah.
Yes.
Poor Billy. My special needs is called Billy Johnson. He's at 972 Carruthers Street in Bakersfield. And if you want to see,
You drop off some raisin bread here and there.
Raisin bread. And if you want to see my special needs, you can go to that address and
Check it
watch it.
out.
And he's sitting in the yard. There's a bird bath, and there's butterflies around. Sometimes they land on his nubs.
Nah, he's very skinny because
Thin
he has
little
trouble
boy.
eating.
I crushed his legs, but sometimes a monarch will land on his nubs and just flap in the sunset and pollinate his lips. Little Billy. Special needs. Buddy.
It's a sad tale, but you know, if Billy's watching,
Billy.
I mean, you could potentially, I don't want to, tell you what to do with your time with
please.
him, but if you have Billy watch my special, that could be a little bit of light in his life.
Yeah, watch.
So special takes him out, special brings him back in,
Okay, Ryan Long's special. Billy, if you're watching.
He is. Let's be honest.
He is. What else is he going to do?
Come
He's
on.
got no legs. He's sitting
watching.
in a yard and staring at the drywall.
William, I like to call him.
William. I call him Crush Legs.
Yeah. On the nose.
Look, I hit him. I should be able to call him what I want.
You get to name him. I've heard that before. That is the rules.
And at night, I call him Sweet McNubbins because he's got the little meat nub.
As long as you're calling him. Huh?
Yeah. I stay in contact. When I do a victim, I stay in contact, except for the family with the period. They're gone.
That's
so.
but
Buddy, I'm going to hit the theme music. Anything else you want to mention?
Theme music. Check out my podcast, The Boys Cast. Watch my special. I appreciate you. And again, I'm like, you're the best, Harland. Big fan.
Oh, dude.
Big legend where I'm from coming up and obviously everywhere, but especially to me. So
thank you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. It's so good to have you here. Check out all his stuff. Check out the videos, gang. And until next time, you know what I say. Chicken chow mein, baby. Hey everybody, how would you like your very own personal video message from me, yours truly? It's your birthday, it's your anniversary, it's your graduation, or you just want me to make you laugh? You get to pick the topic you want me to discuss, give me some talking points, and off we go. You can get it for yourself or get it for a friend. It's super easy and fun. Just go to the Cameo app on your phone or to cameo.com. And I record a custom video made just for you or your loved one. Your very own personalized Harland. Okay, so you're all seeing the t-shirt I'm wearing today. Isn't that a cool design? And I want to give thanks to the gent that sent this shirt to me. His name is Thane Sharrock. I hope I'm getting that right, Thane. And he designs these really cool shirts. I wore one day on a fluke, and he saw it, and he reached out to me and said, hey, that's my shirt, that's my design, can I send you some more? And I said, well, if it's as cool as the one I had on before, which was some of the kind of this Creature of the Black Lagoon vibe. And so very generously, Thane sent me a whole bunch of shirts, and so this is another one of his great designs. And I want to support him and thank him. And so you can check out his website at Thane's World, thanes.world, and thanesworld.bigcartel.com. And you could look at some of his artwork, some of his shirts, some of his merchandise. And Thane, thank you so much, and good luck with everything. And I'm proud to wear. Always like cool design, so I appreciate the shirt, and just wanted to say thank you.